We cannot, when talking about life, avoid the topic of what we value, what we view as important, and how faith plays a role in all of that. If you want to find out where an individual is headed, best to look at what they believe in, because that determines how they choose to move about in this world and ultimately where they will end up. And all of this is largely influenced by how we grew up and what our childhood was like. And that is what Gary and I end up talking about today. We talk about how what we believe in directs us, and how our childhood, in particular his and his experiences growing up in the country, influenced him and how he chooses to respond to all that he has gone through.
You know what you're talking about. What you value makes you valuable. What you don't value becomes less valuable.
Yeah.
So if you value something, you place high value to it. You lift it to its rightful place. So let's say you value relationships.
Yeah.
Then they become pretty important to you. And so you sow into that. You spend time with that and you respect that. If you don't value something, I'll give you an example. A number of corporates who don't value their advertising agency, don't really value the work that's done, and don't put a high value to what they should pay for it. And you can't blame anyone, because what you value, you'll pay for.
Yeah.
And I've made my mistakes, man. I've got more valleys than victories. I've got more times down than times up. But godliness with contentment is great gain. Here's the big thing. As an ad man, I'm trying to sell you aspiration or fear. Don't do this. Put your mask on. You could die. You're going to die. You're not going to die. 98, 99% of the people who have COVID are getting out. Okay?
Yeah.
Sorry, World Health Organization. It just is that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we've shut the world down for that. Now, I was in a COVID hospital for 3 weeks. My mother did not make it. And if it wasn't for those incredible practitioners at Arundel Hospital, I may or may not be alive today. So I'm not making light of something.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is fear, taken out of its natural boundary, is going to captivate you to something that's unnatural.
Yeah.
Don't be in fear as a young person. Perfect love casts out fear. So easy to just have someone say, oh, you're a racist. Ash, you're a racist the way you talk to me. Oh, Gary, you're a racist. This is such a cheap shot. Really? Get over it.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's not see ourselves as victims. How can I get a victory in this circumstance? Well, contentment is a key.
Yeah.
This is the best I've got. Ash, yesterday I had a coffee, went to a coffee shop. I didn't have the money to pay for it. My son lent me the money. I'm borrowing from my son. Today I got paid and I bought some groceries.
Yeah.
And I bought a lot of groceries and it's fun. My family's seen it. We go from highs to lows. Now I'm not advocating that I want to live this life like a graph, but hey, that's what I've had.
Yeah.
Try and be content with what you've got, but have a goal to go beyond. And then value people, value opportunities, value this moment. It's all I've got.
Yeah.
I don't know about tomorrow.
We don't. Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah.
In one of the offices here, an ambulance just come to take someone because they collapsed. You don't know your tomorrow. So be thankful. Be gracious. Have mercy. Don't judge too much. You don't know what that other person's going through. But that doesn't take away from being courageous and saying, no, that's not right. But you know what? We live in this world. It's a fallen world. It's not a perfect world.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
get over ourselves and try and get through it. But there's a destination. So I don't know if that's helping someone. I hate to prescribe right or left only. Think it through. Go deeper.
Yeah. What kind of relationship did you have with your mom and dad? And I wanted to effectively know how they influenced you, because I can see that a lot of the things that you were talking about are things that you learn at a young age. You see by the people around you. You learn to have certain faith because of the things that you see. You learn to have certain beliefs because that's what they also believe in. So how was it for you growing up in the country, and what do you remember about your parents, and how did that impact you, or what imprint did you like? Okay, this is the one thing I'll carry from what I learned growing up. Yeah.
Well, remember, Rhodesia was fighting a proxy war, not just for war of liberation, but also between the forces of communism and capitalism.
Yes.
This was the last outpost. So in many ways, things were bigger than just race, bigger than just liberation. We were in a proxy. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
As history now takes us away, we can see a bird's eye view. So into that, my father came from England, left the RAF, left Great Britain, which he couldn't identify with, came from a reasonably affluent family, Peaky Blinders type of background, literally. What happened to you, Gary? You couldn't shoot a fly. And tough guys, but he left the unions, didn't want all that, and came here and worked as a butcher, and then because of his golfing skill, got offered a job at a paint company and stayed there for 35 years. So he was a salaried man. So I'd say we were middle class. My mother, Jewish background, and you've got that entire whole culture that comes with it. And she got ingrained into life via Zambia, into Zimbabwe, South Africa, and she was a prodigy, got to play around the world. She's played before presidents, concert pianist, recognized as one of the finest musicians ever out of Africa, and passed away, as I said, from COVID. And I was with her as soon as I left the room, because I was also in trauma. The doctor said her heart stopped. But while her heart was beating, we lived to the fullest. I'd say to you, just don't worry where you come from. Live life to the fullest. We did that with the little we had, the much we had. And my mother was incredibly compassionate to Zimbabweans. And it brought in me a sense of, oh my gosh, this is my faith alive. I want to be like this. And then that influenced my life. The scriptures hugely. We had a totally dysfunctional family on some sides. And then you fast forward now to my family. On one side, we've got disruption taking place in my family, really sad. I wish I could paint it in a really nice picture and tell you, but it looks like there's going to be some separation. And then on the other side, there's incredible love and unity happening. So I'm coming to you as one of imperfect people. I'm not coming to you with this perfect. And I think it'd be fair to say that most of the people I've interviewed over life, the successful people, we're all carrying some deep debris. Either that we created or that was fostered on us.
The world has given to us,
or that we indirectly didn't deal with. And so in my case, the up and downs of this nation have taken a toll, the up and downs of my life, my inability to maybe foresee financial issues that could have, and have put us through great strain, have taken a great toll on the family.
In the next episode, we are going to look at Gary's relationship with the people of Zimbabwe and the nation at large, and why he is proud to call this place home.